Audio Jungle.
What's going on? What's up, you guys? What is happening? I am on live as promised, and I got some really fun things I want to talk about with you guys today. You know, we spent the better part of last week talking about business grants, and you guys are going to keep hearing me talk about business grants until I'm blue in the face. Why? Because right now, at this moment, the government has pumped in so much money for entrepreneurs like us, regardless of what your industry is, whatever you're doing, unclaimed funds, state funds, selling hot dogs, it doesn't matter. They're pumping a lot of money into the economy for business owners like us to go get that money. The problem is majority of business owners do not apply for grants. I want you guys to be honest in the comments. Please let me know if you have not applied for a grant this year. I don't care what you did last year or the year before that. This is right now, the video is of in April. This is the end of April. So I want you guys to tell me if you have not applied for a grant, let me know in the comments. And it's okay. Don't be embarrassed, because out of the 20 plus years now, more than 20 years, I've been in business, I would say a good 17, 18 years, I never applied for any grants at all for my business. I mean, if I did apply for a grant, it was maybe one, okay? But what I want to talk about today, as you guys are being honest in the chat, thank you guys, to see people making comments right now. As you guys are being honest that you have not applied for grants, you know, the obvious next statement is why not? But we're going to hold that for a second, because the reason why you guys came to this video right here is because you all want to see how I'm taking free money that I got from the bank, and I used that free money, and all I did was move the money, and it made me an extra $500 just by moving, just by transferring money. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. One of the things that my wife and I have got really good at over the years is we have learned, and I wouldn't say we mastered, how to use credit cards. I've always believed credit cards were bad. I've always believed that leads to nothing but doom and destruction, right? It just leads to debt. It's like gambling in Vegas. You just can't stop once you get to swiping. And that's true. It could be the Achilles heel that takes you down financially. However, for my disciplined minds out there, for the people who can control their spending habits and understand how money works, and understand that credit cards are supposed to build your credit and it's supposed to make you more money. We use credit cards to stay in 5-star hotels almost for free. I think the last 5-star hotel we stayed in, it was like almost $800 a night. We got it for like $100 a night. So just imagine, you can go to Motel 8. You can go to like I don't know, Holiday Inn or a Best Western for $100 a night. Or you can leverage your credit cards and you can stay at a 5-star hotel paying the same amount of money. You see, like the thing is, you guys got to understand, like my wife and I, we don't keep a lot of money in the bank. We invest our money in things that's going to make us more money. And credit cards is one of them. Credit cards is one of the things that we leverage. And if you all have a business right now and you do not have business credit cards, my question is, what are you doing? Why aren't you getting these credit cards? It's like you're running a race against Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. Well, he used to be the fastest man in the world, but let's just say he's in his prime and he's starting at the very beginning, the starting line. And then I come in there, I'm the judge. I'm like, you know what? This person, you're not as fast as the other person. I'm going to give you a head start. You get to start 60 yards in front of Usain Bolt. You might have a chance to win this race, because you got a 60-yard head start on this individual in a 100-meter race. Does that make sense, you guys? So what you're doing is you're going to leverage grants and you're going to leverage business lines of credit to your advantage. All right. That's the name of the game. So what are my top 3 things? I love grants. That's number 1. I love grants because you don't have to pay them back, and they definitely help serve the business. Number 2, business lines of credit. It gives you a head start. And even though you have to pay it back, if you pay it back, you get to use it again and again. So it's like an advance for your business and for what you're trying to do. I always go for business lines of credit, and you can get it immediately. Whereas a grant, for example, you apply for a grant, you're waiting a couple weeks to a couple months before you see that money. But a business line of credit, you can apply right now and you can get notification within a couple minutes. All right. And then my third favorite thing is real estate loans. I love real estate. I'm growing this newfound love and passion for buying homes. So that's my third favorite one right there. But let's go ahead and let's just focus on the business lines of credit. 2 of my favorite places to go is Chase Bank and Bank of America. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I like these 2 banks. Chase Bank, This bank, write this down, please. If you guys are following along and you guys are paying attention, write this down because I'm about to help you guys make some serious money. Okay. You're going to make some cash. Okay. So Chase Bank, the cool thing about Chase Bank is they are very giving. So if your credit is decent, I mean, like, I don't know, 650, 680, you got a pretty decent credit score. You can get yourself some serious cash from Chase Bank. They're amazing. I'm talking like anywhere from 10 grand to 20 to $30,000 in 10 minutes. How many of you all make $30,000 an hour? I know I don't. But if you can walk into Chase Bank and walk out with $30,000, why would you not do that? I'm speaking from experience, guys. I'm not just speaking out of my ear. I'm speaking from experience. Chase Bank is a very giving bank. Now, here's the deal. Bank of America. Why is that my other favorite bank? Bank of America, they got this play. I call it a play, but they got this program that they allow you to apply for credit, business line of credit, credit cards. You may not get as much as Chase if you don't have a relationship with Bank of America. Like, let's say you don't have a business bank account with them yet, but you will. But let's say you don't have them yet. They know nothing about you. You're coming in there and you just say, hey, I want some money. Well, Bank of America will give you money too. They'll give you a nice little payday too, $5,000, $6,000. They'll give it to you. That's awesome. But here's another awesome thing. Bank of America will say, do you want funding for anything else? Do you want cars? Do you want a home? Do you want line of credit? What do you want from us? Do you want credit cards? So they will use the same credit pull and they're not going to pull it again. So you have 30 days to ask for whatever you want just to see if you qualify. You can accept it or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. But here's the deal. When I go to these banks, I tell them, yes, I want your money, but I want 0% interest. So don't give me anything that's going to come with interest. I want 12 to 18 months, sometimes 24, but I think 18 is the cap. 12 to 18 months, 0% interest. So I haven't got to you guys how you're going to make money. I'm getting there. I'm warming you up. Okay. So you're going there and you tell them that you want to make some money. So that's awesome. You go in there and then they're like, okay, great. Joe, we checked you out. Everything checks out. You're not a felon. You're not running from the law. So sure, why not? We'll give you some cash. Awesome. All right. So now let's get into the juicy part. Now that we talked about why they're so awesome, now you want to get yourself a business credit card, not a personal one. You don't want this to be counted against you personally. Okay, you guys, as tempting as it may be, do not get a personal credit card. You can only do what I'm sharing with you guys today if you're a business entity. All right, you have to be a business entity. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to apply for a business credit card. They're going to go ahead. They're going to approve you. You're going to get their cash rewards. Okay. So I went in there today and I went and got a cash reward card. So how does that work? Well, Chase Bank has this special promo. Sometimes it's 500, sometimes it's 700, sometimes it's 1,000. They tell you like, hey, look, Joe, here's the deal. We gave you a lot of money. You got a good sizable limit on your card. As long as you spend $6,000 in the next 90 days or 6 months or 90 days, something like that. Just to say 90 days. Let's just keep it short term. You spend $6,000. We're going to give you $750. Now, listen to this. There's 0% interest, guys. Okay, follow me now. Follow what I'm saying. There's 0% interest. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Joe, what am I going to spend $6,000 on? I don't have anything to spend it on. Well, if you're not going to give me the money, then this is what you're going to do with it. Because you're in business. You're a business person. I like to test my digital products. So if I go online and I charge myself 2 charges for $3,000 at 0% interest rate, well, that's going to put the money back in my account. And the only fee that I have to pay is that small percentage. Let's just say 3.5%. Let's just say 3.5% is what I'm going to pay for the fee, right? So I pay that small little fee, but I charge $3,000 and I do a second one, $3,000. So how much is that? That's $6,000. So let's do some math. I want my mathematicians to do the math with me and let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I will admit it, but I want you guys to do the math with me. So you do the percentage. So I think that if we do 3.5% of $6,000, that's $210, right? $210 in fees that I have to pay for paying myself. But guys, let's not forget that Chase told me they're going to give me $750. So I'm paying $210. But Chase said, if you spend this money, I'm going to give you $750. Are you guys following me now? So now I just took some money from a credit card. I bought my products because I need my products, right? I bought my products through my point of sales. Money's in my bank. And now the bank Chase just gave me $750. So if we subtract 210 from 750, that's what, 540? $540, right? So we're doing the math now. $540 free cash. So that now puts me at $6,540 in the positive. We started with $6,000. I just showed you guys how to make $540. Your rent is late. You got something coming up. Like, oh my God, shit's about to hit the fan. And now that interest-free money that you owe your card, why don't you go ahead and put that $6,000 back on that card? Why don't you pay it incrementally, right? Build that relationship. You got 12 months. 12 months of not having to pay it back. And I'm telling you this right now. Don't touch the money. Don't use it. And then you screw this all up. All right. I don't want you guys to go using this money and then like you can't pay it back for whatever reason. You put it off in your savings account and every month take out a chunk. Because what you're doing is you're building a relationship, right? You're saying, hey, Chase, look at me. Every month I'm paying $1,000 back towards that thing, 0% interest. You get to month number 6. You pay that $6,000 back, 0% interest. You got $540 in a positive. But what you just did was you built a relationship with Chase. Chase reported you as paying on time. So now they're reporting to the credit bureaus that you're an awesome individual because you paid your bills on time. So they're telling them, oh, this person is so awesome. And now you got $540 in your pocket. And now you can say, hey, Chase, you know what? You offered me 10 grand. I used 6,000. I paid it on time. It's been 6 months. I would like to increase that 10 grand to $50,000. How many of you guys could use $50,000 for your business? How many of y'all would like that? You got 6 more months to use that $50,000 interest free. Now check this out. Let me just take things a step further. You be good for the year. You don't spend what you don't need, right? And you pay your bills on time because that's what you do as a good entrepreneur. You pay your bills on time because you have to. Now come time for your credit card interest free comes to end. What you're going to do is you're going to ask, what's the next level up? I got this one card. I want the Premier. I got the basic one. Now I want the Premier card, right? So now the Premier card has a bigger, higher line of credit. So if we're talking American Express, for example, say you didn't qualify for the Platinum right away. You start off with the blue card. The next level up is the gold card, right? So you get the gold card, get the 12 months, 0% interest. And then you say, okay, did good with that. So now I want the next level up. I want the silver. I want the platinum card. The platinum card, you can get yourself a line of credit, $250,000 or higher. Maybe they give you no limit. And maybe they say, hey, for the first 12 months, no limit. So for the next 3 years, you're paying 0 interest on your credit cards because you did a good job paying your bills. You took advantage of the cash rewards, right? I'm not saying that you can't use your card any other time. I'm just saying pay your bill. That's all I'm saying. Pay your bills off, and then you can call in the next couple months and request hey, can you level me up? You see my relationship with you. I pay my bills on time. I'm never late. Matter of fact, I pay more than that 1%. Because did you guys know that you only have to pay when it comes to business credit cards? They don't do the whole 30% of the credit card. You guys know that, right? They just want you to pay at least 1% of the total debt. So let's just say you're using some money to get your business up and going, and you have to take a lump sum, and you know that you only owe 1%. But as long as you're able to pay that card off in full within that time frame, that 12 months, right, then you're golden. You're golden. They just want 1% back. That's all. Now, I'm not advising you guys to pay back 1%, but I'm just telling you what's on the fine print. If you read the fine print, you ask questions. That's what I'm advising you to do. Ask questions to the banker. Ask what are the rules. Take good notes is what I'm saying, and take advantage of the cash rewards and the points. Use certain credit cards for certain things. Find out what gets me the most points, right? If you do gas stations for one credit card, only use that credit card for that purpose. Don't use it for nothing else. If other ones for grocery shopping and buying office supplies, you only use that credit card just for those things and nothing else. You rack up those points. And now when you're paying off your credit cards, again, make sure you pay on time. Make sure you pay what you can pay. Don't spend more than what you can afford. This is us just being, basic, right? And just telling you basic stuff you guys already know. But what I'm telling you guys at a higher level is you're making all this extra money. Who could use an extra $500? Like right now, if I was to say, hey, hit me up in my inbox and I'll Venmo you $500, would that not be nice? Maybe not life changing, but would it be nice? What would you do with that $500? What could that $500 do for your business? Well, maybe you need it. Maybe you need that $500 for whatever you need it for. Maybe you need to pay yourself. I don't know. Maybe you work hard. You need a payday. But what I'm saying is, guys, when you start leveraging your business, because you're allowed to leverage your business and you're allowed to read the fine print and you play within the rules that they set. I didn't set the rules. Just because I'm playing by the rules they created, if they don't like it, they need to change their rules. That's the simple fact about it. But if you take the time to read the fine print and what they allow you to do, and as long as you do that stuff right there, you're making money with the cash rewards. Len and I, we make money every single year with our credit card. At the end of the year, we always sit back and we made a couple $1,000s with our credit cards. I mean, we're in the thousands of just free cash, free money because we pay our bills on time. They're rewarding us while other people are maxing their credit cards out. They're maxing out, buying stupid stuff they don't need, taking risks without even thinking. I'm just like, what are you doing? Be smart about it. If you're going to dump your money into anything, you're going to dump it into real estate. You're going to dump it into something that's going to pay you back, something that's going to grow equity. Don't go buy a vehicle with your business credit card. What? No. I mean, if you got cash, go buy it. You know what? I just saw Progressive. Progressive has a grant out. I'll make a reel. I'll make a reel for you guys. But Progressive has a grant right now that they're offering minority entrepreneurs $25,000. I'm always seeing grants for women. I'm always seeing grants for minorities. I'm always seeing grants for veterans. I'm always seeing grants for people with disabilities. I'm always seeing all these grants for these individuals. Do you guys understand that those people in all those categories, they only take up maybe 13% of the total grants that's out there? Do you realize how small of a percentage that is? And I always hear this all the time. I get this all the time. I got friends from all walks of life. They're like, Joe, oh, it's not fair. They get all these grants. They're only taking like 13% of the total grants between women, minorities, veterans, and people with disabilities. They're not taking a lot. That's why they keep making specific ones for these individuals. They're saying, hey, look, guys, there's so many grants and you guys are not getting them. Well, I'm telling you guys right now, take advantage of the grants. Learn about these business lines of credit. Get that head start in your business. If you got no funding, stop using your savings account. Stop, borrowing money from friends and family. Go to the bank. Go get that money. Let them know it's for your business. If your business is young, you're going to get less money. That's just a simple fact about it. They don't trust you because they don't know you and they don't know that that you're trustworthy. You have to prove yourself to them. Start by opening up a bank account. It's just like going on a date with somebody, right? You want someone to trust you? You can't just say, hey, can we go back to your house after the date? In some cases you can, but most cases you can't. Build that trust. Start a relationship first before you put a ring on it, before you ask them, to start doing some sacrifices, because they are taking a risk with you. So say, hey, I'm here to open up a business account. I'd like to learn about that. And also like to learn about what kind of financing options you guys have available for new business owners. That's all you got to do. And as long as you start the business banking, then like you're just starting a relationship. You don't have to be in a rush. You don't need to make 20, 30 grand payday. Just start with something. If they give you $5,000, take that $5,000 and run. Use it so it can build you some cash flow, so it can build your business. But never, never, never spend more than what you can't pay back at the end of the month. If you have a bad business month, but you have another source of income coming in, don't spend more than what your income says you can spend, right? Because you always want to be able to take care of business. You always. The only time I would say you can take advantage of the 1% rule is if you're doing some type of strategy, right? Like sometimes I'll use business lines of credit. I'll liquidate it. I'll make it cash. And I'll take that cash and I'll invest in a home. And I know in the next 6 months, I'm going to do a refi and I'm going to cash out. I'm going to pay off that credit card in full. I already know these things are going to happen, right? I got the experience under my belt to make these things happen. But if you don't have a plan and a process in play, stick to the basic stuff. Just do exactly what I just told you guys on the top of this video right here. You go, you get your card, you take it, you charge yourself a business expense, charge yourself, whatever they say, spend however much money in a couple days. You spend that money, you go get the cash rewards, and then you pay it back. Pay back over the next 4 to 6 months. Just pay back, showing them that you're a responsible entrepreneur. That's all you're doing. And that's all the bank wants. They want to know that you can pay it back and take advantage of that 0%, you guys. Take advantage of it. And if your credit stinks, fix it. Stop checking your credit at the end of the year. I used to be that guy. It drives me nuts to know I used to be that guy. I would only check my credit at the end of the year. Do you guys know how often I check my credit now? Once or twice a week. I have alerts. I have all kinds of emails. I got all kinds of things that come my way. I set everything up, guys. I will never not pay attention to my credit because your credit is power, not cash. Cash is trash. Forget trash. I don't even keep money in my bank account. I take it, and it's called currency for a reason. It's supposed to move, right? Money is supposed to move. You let money move, it can grow. If it sits still, well, you're losing money every day because the dollar gets weaker every day, right? A dollar back in 1920 is not as powerful. It was more powerful back then than it is today. A dollar today, whatever. A dollar back then, that was probably something, right? It was probably something. But if you're a saver and you're not a nurturer, you don't grow, you're not moving money to make you money, then you're losing money every single day. Slowly but surely, your money is losing value every single day. Meanwhile, you've been taught that mindset. Oh, if I save enough money, one day, someday I'll be something. My thing is like, stop it. Stop keeping money. I mean, if someone was to ever get my freaking credit cards, they'd be so upset. If I got my ATM card, there's not a lot of money sitting in my banks. My money flows right to real estate. It flows right to things that's going to keep growing money. And if I ever need to borrow money, like serious money, like emergency cash, I can go take a loan. I can go take a loan from one of my homes. That's all I got to do. I grow my cash and I just pay myself back. That's it. Because money's supposed to flow. People are so afraid to move money side to side, not realizing you move it to the left, you're going to grow a little bit more. All right, move it to the right, you might grow it another way. But if you keep it in the middle, you keep it steady, you're going to lose cash. So anyways, guys, I hope this video brought you guys some value. I apologize for coming on so late today, but things happen, got busy. It is what it is, but at least I was able to drop some knowledge bombs on you guys. I want you guys to go out there. I want you to think about it. Do your homework first, okay? Do your homework first. Make wise decisions for you and your business, because at the end of the day, it's yours. It's not mine. I can't make decisions for you. All I can do is share what I do and hope that you do what's best for your business. But I'm telling you guys right now, this works. It works. I do it a lot. Let's just say I do it a lot, and it works really well. So anyways, guys, y'all have a great one. I'm going to sign off. See you guys tomorrow. We got a live workshop tomorrow. Hope to see you guys there.